And we're back. We're back, baby. I can see that everything's working over here, so that is good. It is a nice little Monday morning coming at you from a very dreary Helsinki, Finland. Summer is over. Summer's over. It was the best 2 weeks of time here, and now it's just back to the shittiness. Anyways, I see a lot of people in here right now, which is actually really, really good to see, especially on, what is more or less a very boring weekend and a probably more boring Monday to come as well. But I do want to say hello and good morning to all of the 350 people watching out there. 350, baby! What's up, Ian Perry? I see you, man. Good to see you. Ian Perry is like one of the literal OGs of this channel, has been here literally maybe even since day one, since March of 2018. Fucking crazy, man. El Satoshi's here. What the fuck? She should get the fuck out. And we can see Pay. What's up, Peter Underwood? Another good man of the cave. Spence Hogg. Pretty aggressive. Great name right there, actually. Cinecide. That's actually a pretty cool name. What's up, Christine? Good morning to you as well. Lil Oak, Winston Wolf. It's good alliteration right there. Ollie, Patrick, and Goody. I actually have an interesting story. Yesterday, we were kind of having like a lazy day here in Helsinki. There was not really much going on. I mean, typically there's not much going on, but it was raining as well. So, it was one of those days where we just kind of decided to stay in and imbibe in the substances and just do very little on a Sunday. I haven't done that in a very, very long time. Like, it's been a very fucking long time. And the first thing that comes to our mind is we see our Meta Quest. It's like this VR thing, the Quest 2. Laying around just collecting dust, which we haven't used in quite some time. And I'd say, hey, do you want to use that right now? Do you want to go into the Quest and see what's in there? She says, yeah, sure. And as soon as she puts it on and we go through all the fucking rigmarole with getting it set up, there was some sort of like a live stream or something of this gay cruise that Elsa immediately goes into, and she's like, wow, this is amazing. Just looking around with her face open like this the whole fucking time, man. The whole time. And she's like, what? This is disgusting. Why am I watching?
Whoa. I didn't say this.
Well, I know what you meant. There was some feelings there, but it really felt like I actually tried it on for a second as well, and it really felt like someone was just fucking forcing it in front of your face, like, hey, look at these dancing dudes. Just very, very provocatively. It's really, really good. Great content for the kids as well. Just shove it in your fucking face, and well, You will like this. You're gonna fucking love this, baby. Yeah, Lexington Steele's gonna like that as well. Mr. Leaf Erickson and VR Chat Suspense Hog. Yeah, VR Chat is lit, is what I hear the kids say. I've never really gotten into that one because it's bad, man. It's bad. Chase says lazy day here in Portland. Holy shit, you're coming from the epicenter, ground zero. I actually went to college in Oregon. I went to University of Oregon. I went to Portland a couple times, and it definitely lives up to its name. Very fucking weird. Very weird city. Very similar to San Francisco, but it's like a cleaner version of San Francisco, but even more weird. Who knows what it's like now? That was like 20 years ago, it seems, but crazy, man. What's up, Nimba? Good morning to you as well. Zaxy, banana stream. We need some bananas. We need some banana action going on right now. It's what we need, because price, being sideways as fuck is always very stimulating, which is what we really go to this market for. What's up, area man? Elden Ring DLC soon. I'm already prepared, sir. I've done a new playthrough, and I'm building up my character as we speak. Got my big bonks. My big bonks are ready, and I'm gonna be fucking up bosses left and right. I'm gonna become the boss. I've been actually playing a lot of Sekiro recently, and I've actually gotten so good now that I can just spank Inner Ishin like it's my job, like it's my fucking job. And Diablo 4 expansion suit. I tried a little bit of Diablo 4. I couldn't really get into it myself. It was just two samesies again and again and again. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. People seem to really, really love it, and fair enough. Morning, Krown. Let's party. Yeah, man. It's 8:44 in the morning. Let's go. We need some butt bongs. Yes, I do. Wait, what? My two small Speedos. Yes, my two small Speedos are going to be joining as well. So stream's probably going to be a little bit on the shorter side, but I'm actually going to really consider start to doing a lot more of these sort of shorter streams, maybe like an hour long instead of 2 hours long, just because the 2 hour long ones absolutely destroy my voice. But then I could do it more often, and that'd be pretty damn fun, because I do enjoy these live streams. What's up, Derocky? Hey, Krown from down under, from the Australias. Nice, man. Stay safe, sir. Nar says D4 bad. I'm just waiting for a few few more people to jump in here. We got 500 people watching right now. I want to make sure that before I start the morning ceremonies, there is, well, enough people. Or at least so we don't have to do too much of going back and forth. Lena says, hello from Marin County, California. I actually grew up there. Holy shit. What city are you from, Lena? I grew up in Novato, actually. It's a pretty shitty place. It's not a pretty shitty place. It's just very, very boring place and kind of like a... just uninteresting for the most part. I'm guessing you're probably from one of the more interesting places. I don't know, maybe Marin City. No, just kidding. Very few people are going to understand that reference. Crypto Chrissy says, you're from Oakland, California. Holy shit. That's awesome. That's right around the corner. Obviously, we actually used to go to Oakland quite a fair bit to see the Raiders and see the Oakland A's. Big fan as a kid. GM sirs, let's get that money. That's right, get it. Fucking get it. Just run after and get it. Love it. Mill Valley. Mill Valley's a great place, actually. Really, really nice. Probably one of the nicer places of Marin there. Hello from the Locked In Factory, says Certified Lover Collection. Do you need help? Do we need to call the police? Hey, Krown. Kia Ora from New Zealand. I do business with this New Zealand company. It's called Weta NZ, and they make all of my nerdy Lord of the Rings statues, which actually don't have any in this room here, but I have a whole room full of them in the living room, and and whenever they email me, they say Kia Ora. So I say, whenever I email them, I say, Kia Ora, sir, how can I get this shipment moving now? It's always funny to me, but they never seem to pick up on it. It must be an inside thing, I guess. Give money from Modesto. A lot of California people here. A lot of California. Modesto's boring as fuck as well. Sorry, but it's the truth. You know it. You know that it's true. But yeah, a lot of California people. That's quite interesting to see. He's still coming to London to box. No, they couldn't find a match for me. It's actually quite difficult to find a match. In fact, the match itself, the date was actually going to be happening, I believe, on this Friday or this Saturday. It would have been really, really cool. It would have been at the O2 Arena. It's still going on, but without me, obviously. And I think it's less focused on crypto people for this current one. They're trying to find a match for me in Singapore in September, but same kind of issues. You know, it's one, you have to find someone who is, you know, kind of around your age. Maybe, I mean, the last guy I fought was like 10 years younger than me, which is kind of crazy to think right now, because I still don't think of myself as like super old. But and then you have to get the right weight as well, right? So, you know, those two things kind of, you know, are a pretty big filtering mechanism. And then you have to find someone who actually wants to do it as well. So those three things have made it like very, very difficult, realistically. So for myself on this current one, we're trying to set up a fight with one of these guys. He's 90 kilos and I'm like under 80. I'm like 78 to 79 right now. So it's not looking likely, because I don't think I'm going to be able to go up in weight in a few months during training camp. And I mean, he could probably come down, but it doesn't sound like he wants to. And he's probably like a giant as well. Anyways, Lead Slip says, no one manipulating Bitcoin. Markets, just markets. That is a very, very, very sensible statement, sir. I have literally not read something that is so correct in so long, but the people of crypto Twitter will tell you otherwise. They're manipulating it just against me, but when it goes for me, it's just efficient markets. All good, no problem there. Farhan says, still want to see you fight Ben Cowan. I think he might be a little bit older than me, man, and good to see you as well, man. Probably not in the same weight class. But it is what it is. I'd love to have at least one more fight, but well, what can you do? The Cabal. Yeah, the Cabal. It's the underground lizard shadow council that is manipulating your Bitcoins, and just yours. Like, literally everyone else is fine, but you're fucked. Sorry. I don't make the rules. Ben is 102. I'm 102 after watching one of those Bitcoin dominance videos, for fuck's sakes, man. What are you doing uploading a 1 hour long Bitcoin dominance video? It's an uptrend, and now it's a downtrend. Crazy. Fucking crazy. No, just kidding, man. I haven't even watched it. I'm still getting notifications from Facebook here. What the fuck? All right, it looks like we're not going to be getting too many people in here. So, too many more people in here, I should say. So we can probably just get into the actual content of the day. I'll give it like 1 or 2 more minutes. Just read through a few more of the comments here and see what else is going on. Morning from Knoxville, Tennessee, also known as K-Town. Actually, I don't know anything about Knoxville. I know Johnny Knoxville and I know Nashville, but I don't know anything about Knoxville. A lot of people seem to really love Tennessee, though. It seems to be one of those places in the U.S. that people people are just continuing to kind of flock to. You have like your Texas, your Tennessee, Florida seems to be another one. What's the other ones? Kind of Colorado, I think. Yeah, and in Arizona recently too. Seen a lot of that. Irvine, California, another place, another California. Again, I grew up from California as well. Irvine, not a place I'm interested in. Sorry. Kuwait loves Krown. That's right, baby. We're all in Kuwait. It's Krown weight. Where are you from, Krown? I grew up in San Francisco or around San Francisco, California. Yeah, Charlotte, and there's the one person from the deep forest of the Finland in the background there. I'm in my mid-30s now, man. Memphis, Tennessee, the great place where Juicy J was from. Amazing, just amazing. Grew up in Rockland, California. I actually don't know where that is. Is that Northern California? I'm guessing. San Frascitos. It's the king's birthday, so public holiday. Which king? Which king is it? Is it Larry King? Is it Don King? Is it the King? Vietnam? Holy shit, man! We're international here. Kiora, Kiora, sir. From Himalayas, India. You have internet there? That's crazy, man. I thought that was like a mountain or something, but. Yes, is Himalayas in India? I honestly don't know. I'm American, so I shouldn't know what geography is, anyways. Elvis is king. Yes, the original king, the OG king, the Burger King, the Hamburglar. It's him. All right, Mexico City here. Lot of crazy places here. Krown, I'm about to discover my gender. Wish me luck. Just look down, sir. It's that simple, actually. It's like we've been actually playing. Okay, I promise. After this next thing, we'll go into some analysis. But we've been playing this game at night where Elsa loves to watch woke TikTok cringe videos on YouTube, and I play. This confused person, I will tell you if you're a boy or a girl. It's actually pretty simple. It's pretty obvious a lot of the times. Just like, hey, you're a gay dude. Just be a gay dude. Hey, you're a lesbian. Be a lesbian. We love our lesbians. Lesbians are great. We need them for the Pornhub economies. I don't know. So you can do your own thing. Definitely a gay dude. Definitely lesbian. Very, 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 very clear. We don't need to complicate things other than that. And that's how to make the rules. How to make the rules. Palm Springs, California. You been? I think I have. That's the place for old people, right? People typically go retire there, right? Palm Springs, probably quite nice. I think Southern California, I believe. Perth, Australia. Don't know anything about Australia except for looks fucking terrifying for the most part. And I can see past my belly. That's good. That's a good metric for if I'm too fat or not. Anyways, let me get into. All right, I'm gonna go into actually first. I need to check out my notes over here. Make sure that all of my thingies are set properly. Okay, boom, we got that. Yes. Okay, and then there's my HPDR. Good. We start over there. Yes, good as well. Is CME? Oh, CME and spot price action are actually the same thing, which is very interesting to see. Very, very interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let me get prepared and let me get ready to record. Maybe damn, you just hate Sims today? I don't hate Sims. I love Sims. It's just, I'm just like, hey, you're a gay dude. Like, that's cool. That's fine. I have some gay friends in college. They're cool guys. But go to the juicy zone. Go to the juicy zone. All right. Cheers from an Ecuadorian in Norway. Holy shit. How does that even happen, man? That's like complete polar opposites in terms of temperatures there, man. How are you surviving? I mean, then again, I live in Finland. It's probably the same here, right? Start with the juice. Start with the juice. Gay for TA. We're all gay for TA. That's right. I'm gay as well. So I'm allowed to say that other people are gay. Like, you're gay. You're fucking gay. It is what it is. All right. We already have some MAGA requests. Okay. It's time for me to record. Can Bitcoin be saved on today? Monday is the day if there is going to be any sort of saving to be happening, as we do have a few setups in the background and some statistics that do support that Bitcoin is, still likely to play out maybe a little bit of a bounce from where it's currently situated at. So first things first, we'll start off with the content of the day right on over here. We're going to start off with a meta signals setup, and that is an alert in the background because we're having a live stream right now, which you can join in as we're going to probably do a lot more of these, but maybe shorter in duration. Anyways, first things first, meta signals have fired off. off a few setups here. One with Ethereum, one with Bitcoin, and one with I think it was Chainlink for the Marines. I'll focus on the Bitcoin one because that is the most relevant to this content. And the Bitcoin one actually did fire off pretty much around current price action. It is showing a target 1 at 70,214. Target 2 at 70,900 and target 3 at 73,233. Of course, it's in my damn throat right now. What the hell's going on? Of course, target 1 has a much higher probability than target 2, and target 3, I believe, is still in the 30% in terms of probability. So, we're talking about like low probability for anything like target 3, which is basically new all-time highs. Target 2 is maybe a little bit more reasonable, and I believe that is around a 50% probability, or a little bit below 50% probability, with target 1 being in the 60% probability, especially for the recent ones. Anyways, we'll see how that one plays out. It is a little bit actually obtuse to my own analysis, but let's kind of play into that right now, as Monday, when we reference these statistics for 2024 specifically, has been the most likely to close positive day for Bitcoin through this year, and it's actually had some pretty strong average returns for the positive closing days. For the negative closing days, of course, that would be losing about 2.32, and for the average gaining days, gaining an average of 3.66. And of course, I forgot to mention as well, Monday has or at least measuring all of the Mondays from 2024, almost 74% of those have closed positively. In fact, what we've seen more often than not in 2024 is that Monday is the pump day, and then the rest of the week kind of trades sideways and down. On those downside weeks, I should say, which has actually really just begun since mid-March. Anyways, right on over here, let's go from the open. And let's see what that would look like on top of current price action. 366 to the upside would put Bitcoin that would actually put Bitcoin at around MetaSignal's target 3 right here. Or sorry, no, it would still be about $1,000 shy, but that would be 72,150. I do personally think that that's unlikely. And into the downside, shaving off about 232. Again, we're just playing into the averages here. That'd put Bitcoin back down around kind of last week's low, 68,000-ish, give or take a few $100 from that number. So I would be cognizant of those two areas. These have been holding, these ranges, these average ranges have been holding very, very well during this, more or less low volatile period of Bitcoin that we've been experiencing for about 3 weeks, about a month now almost. So as long as Bitcoin's kind of playing in between those, I would look at those as like bumpers, essentially. On the downside, I'd be looking at that as a nice bounce area. On the upside, if it were to get there, I think I have massive reservations for that, by the way. I'd be looking at that as like the pullback region. My stance is still the same. Monday probably does try for a little bit of a bounce, but I do expect that Bitcoin tests lower before any sort of legitimate try to the upside. Anyways, moving on from there, I do want to go into the daily for Bitcoin. We can go over spot or CME. I mean, it's kind of the same thing right here, but as usual, I do default to CME. We can see that the daily stochastic oscillator has crossed to the downside, and also playing out a little bit of bearish divergence, as Bitcoin did make a closing higher high compared from this high in late May to this high that we just saw last week on lower highs on the stochastic oscillator. So, technically speaking, that is bearish divergence. I don't think it's like a super massive concerning one, but likely good enough to get Bitcoin to retest back down around, what was this, like maybe Friday's low, which is, mid to low $68,000 territory. Obviously, spot price action is going to be closer to $68,000, maybe even a little bit below $68,000, but I would be expecting a test down around there. I believe that is in alignment with the average daily loss for Monday that we have seen throughout this year. And I would likely be looking for a bounce there as well, actually. Now, is that bounce going to be the bounce to, save Bitcoin and bring it back onto a nice uptrending move? I mean, it is an uptrending move, obviously, here, but, continue on with the overall trend and make new all-time highs? I don't think so. I still believe that Bitcoin is more likely to play out a bigger pullback, a greater pullback, later this week, somewhere around one of these major fibs, most likely. We also should be cognizant that there is whoops, I'm just drawing lines right there. My apologies. Let me go back on over here. We should also be cognizant that there is a nice trendline regression coming in from these last few lows, which has been governing the low since basically January, like late January. So let me actually mark these off on the chart here so you can see. Let's go this one right here. Boom. Connected with, give me the damn vertical line, baby. There we go. Connected with this one right here before a little bit of a rally. Somewhat connected with this one right here, which actually was that last major low. And then more recently right here before this last rally attempt. And of course, this would imply that if Bitcoin does come back down, we'd be looking for some sort of an interaction around this region right here. So it'll be very, very telling. Again, assuming that Bitcoin does continue to see downside momentum, which it will see as long as Bitcoin's below 71,300, what happens when this trendline test inevitably happens? And this could happen like as soon as when? It is kind of difficult to actually forecast when those sort of trendline tests can happen, just because you don't know how aggressive this will come down on a day-by-day basis. But I suspect that it could happen like as soon as, when would this be? Oh, this would actually be next week. Huh. So let's say this. If Bitcoin, here's kind of the picture that I'd be looking at right now. I am biased towards downside price action. Personally, just a little bit of conjecture there. But if Bitcoin essentially does fail to break down, and what would I define as a breakdown? Below, basically below, what is these, like early June lows, like $67,500. The more that Bitcoin, just doesn't break down below there, the more and more this will, naturally go into a bit of a holding pattern and likely retest while putting in a higher low and then continue upwards and onwards. But that's a little bit more than that'd be about a week, maybe a little bit more than a week. Again, very, very difficult to forecast like how long in terms of days it'll take for this to come down there. We just know when it does come down there, what to look for. But anyways, going back into it right here and then going into the HPDR, we can see that the HPDR is actually I wouldn't say perfectly balanced, but is having the median right pretty much at current price action, 69,600 for CME, which is akin to what on spot price action, which is akin to 69,550 actually. So pretty much at the exact same number right there. In this case, could probably just use either one, and I would be looking at the median as being a little bit of a balancing point for this current short-term move. If Bitcoin does close the day below it, I would be expecting that test to the downside somewhere between like low 68 to upper 67 sooner rather than later. As long as Bitcoin's above it, then perhaps one more try towards $71,000 plays out. Target 2 of this setup over here, or at least target 1, I suppose, and then come back to it after that. I do think that is less likely. Just my personal opinion. I can be very much wrong on that, obviously. At the end of the day, the statistics are the statistics, and to be fair, for target 1 here, that does have I think it's like 66% probability that we've seen for that to get hit. So quite likely, I would say. Anyways, in the last month. Before that, it's actually had much, much higher. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Yeah. Okay. So one last thing for the Hopium side, as I do think that it deserves a little bit of relevancy. Actually, before we actually get into that, I should also round out the bearish case, or the short-term downside case. We do see bearish divergence here on the 2-day time frame, and this actually should be 3 drives, because this high again, lower than this high, this high higher than this high, while RSI is making a very, very slightly lower high right there, and also connected with this phantom drive way back on over here. That is interesting. Again, not like a death sentence, but probably good enough to at least get it down somewhere around that yellow 21, which is currently in the mid 67s and is going to be probably rising on this next closure coming in tonight. Anyways, one last thing. It is on the Hopium side as well. I do think that it does deserve some recognition, just because, well, we did point it out last week, and I want to make sure that I follow up on it. And it is this, I believe it was weekly. Yeah. It was the weekly HPDRO, and the weekly HPDRO for CME has been incredibly interesting throughout this current bull run. Let me actually get rid of the bands for right now. They're kind of getting in the way. What I'm documenting here is I'm documenting all of the times we've seen the HPDR cross the zero read into positive territory, which we did see happen last week, by the way. Despite Bitcoin's kind of sell-off at the end of last week, it did indeed continue to rise above the zero read throughout this past year and a half since 2023 began. So actually a year and a half now. We have seen that these signals have been accompanied by some pretty significant upside moves. The only time where that wasn't true was actually back here, where it kind of put the high in on the move. Now, long term, it did continue upwards and onwards. Of course, we go back to prior bull markets, same shit. So this is generally a very, very good signal in long-term bull markets of next major basing points for Bitcoin before it does launch higher. Can still take some time. Again, as we have seen in the past, like it can take, a few weeks from that, 2 to 3, a few weeks at most we have seen from that signal to the next major move to the upside. But that is a long time right now, to be fair. So I'm still of the same opinion in that long-term Bitcoin very likely continues to the upside. The question is, how far does this current pullback come down? So that's essentially what we're looking at today. Again, personal opinion is that Bitcoin tries a little bit of a short-term upside move, maybe even above $70,000, but I suspect that does get rejected, and we do see a move back down, likely somewhere around last week's low, and then come back to it and judge it after that. All right, cool. I think that's going to do it for this particular video. Again, this is being recorded on a nice live stream. You can get these meta signals over here for free for the first 14 days if you use the link in the description below. It's 100% free just to try it out for 14 days. If you like it, you can stay on. If you don't, then don't. Like, it's pretty self-evident. But fair enough. I'll let you decide for yourself. No pressure there. And then of course the crypto school signups are still going on, which does start in a little, like 2.5 weeks basically. So there is a link in the description below as well for you. And we'll cut off the video right there. As always, wishing you the best. Take care, much love, and full abundance to you all in the world. Lovely. GM sweet boy, Granny joined Krown School. Granny, Grandma, is that you? Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring? Answer me, girlfriend. Oh man. How can you do that to me? Here's the thing. I have replayed Elden Ring a few times. I've not replayed Baldur's Gate, but these are masterpieces of games, man. These are masterpieces of games. Sekiro is a masterpiece of a game. These are just fucking phenomenal games, man. Like, you actually feel like you kind of learned something from FromSoft games. Those are spiritual games. Baldur's Gate, maybe a little bit less so, but still very, 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 very high quality. Appreciate that comment, Yasim. We gonna Bart Simpson? We did call that one out yesterday. I mean, we kind of saw it. We didn't see the downside Bart right here. I do think this one does come down though, man. We saw a move from 69 to basically almost 70 yesterday. That was kind of your Bart, I guess. I do think you're going to get something like this today. You're going to get something like this and then probably bounce back up. And the real question is, what happens after the bounce? Does it run past 70? Okay, might be in business. Does it get stifled like right here around this weekend's highs? Not in business. Well, not in business for the bulls. For the bears, yeah, sure. Very likely do see, again, last week's low tested somewhere around here if that does happen. So it'll be a long waiting, I suppose, today. Again, I didn't mention this on the video, but I don't suspect that we're going to get real direction in this market until Wednesday. Yes, it's an FOMC day, and yes, we have all that good shit coming out. So, it does kind of make sense. So I figure we're probably just in range holding patterns until then. You're probably not going to see much above 70. You're probably not going to see much below whatever last week's low was. Something like that. The Blair Witch pattern. Yeah, exactly. What's up? Good morning to you, Mr. Bear Nutrition. Remember to tap the instant abundance button. That's right. If you hit the like button, you actually get put abundance in your life. I don't make the rules. And then you get plucked. I was like, this one's my favorite. Pluck and then wipe it off. It's down there now. You don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, I'll read through these comments here. Again, I'm going to be making these live streams. I'll probably do these live streams more frequently, but they'll be shorter. Maybe an hour long or something like that. The leverage ratio, I don't really care about the leverage ratio all that much. If it gets to extremes, sure. But fair enough. A lot of news this week says VWAP. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of economic events coming out. Technically not news, but economic events is the proper word. I just joined your school too, Grandpa. Thanks, man. I do have a lot of gray hairs, actually. I really do have a lot of gray hairs, but I've been getting gray hairs ever since I was like 17. So that's just life. That's just life, son. That's life, son. Anyways, we see Ways for Life, another OG of this cave. He says, MAGA USD 4-hour daily. Much respect and gratitude from San Francisco. You're a MAGA fan from San Francisco. That's a conundrum in and of itself. Stoked to see people in the industry giving you credit you deserve. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's been really cool linking up with some of the other creators going around here. So just awesome to see. It'd be nicer if price actually was moving more, but it is what it is. Life goes on, man. Life goes on. MAGA. All right. If this is any indication of Trump's popularity, whoops. Let me get rid of it. Let's actually go to a momentum chart. Let me pull up the care pack. I really wanted to list, by the way, this indicator today. Unfortunately, I did not actually get the script in time, so we'll end up listing it tomorrow, I think. All right, where's my new chart? Is it here? Is it there? I didn't even pull up a new chart. Yes, here it is. Okay, let's pull it up right here. Not that this is going to be super useful on this token, this asset, this crypto asset. A lot of people are going to say that this is the low. I've just seen these things so often. This is coming back down. This is coming back down, man. We do see, if this is anything to trust right now, we do see significant bearish divergence formulating between the highs of the 2nd of June and the highs that are being put in right now on a 4-hour time frame. This one very likely comes back down to the lows and probably makes even new lows over time as well. I suspect that you're going to see the dead heartbeat of death, even though this is a pretty good meme, but something like this, and then maybe at some point it has an explosive move, but really nothing to be excited about here. I mean, where's your last swing high? Where's like your last high that even means anything? Probably here. So, as long as you're below, what is it, like 5 100ths or 5 1,000ths of a cent? Not good, man. Not good. Anyways, let's see. Sergeant Barnacles. Sergeant Barn. It's like I was trying to play Hooked on fucking Phonics right there. Also dating me, because I'm sure no one even knows about Hooked on Phonics anymore. Please, most kinds are Hoppy 4-hour Mexi. Okay, Hoppy. Okay, cool name. Hoppy. All right. The 4-hour time frame. Whoops. Apparently I've charted this one before. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Maybe this was made on a different time frame. Let's see. Yep, makes more sense on a daily. Look, I guess if you're just specifically looking at a 4-hour time frame, I guess the hopium here is that this is putting in, its first major high or low. I suspect that you're probably going to be doing one of these sideways range moves for a while, but you can make the excuse for it that it likely does resolve to the upside as long as it's kind of hanging out in between here. Of course, not really anything to get excited about as long as you're below about 25,000, whatever the hell number that is right there. And anywhere below, what is this, like early June lows, and send it back down to the depths of hell. But, I suspect it probably does something like this. Probably doesn't break out on this current run, but something like that. Definitely looks better than the MAGA token for what it's worth. Nigel Butler says, jump on the daily and weekly. Okay, this is something that I actually follow myself as well. Where is she? There she is. Okay, daily, weekly, kind of doing the same thing as what we were looking at before, just continue to play out this range. In fact, this is kind of what I suspect that last asset we looked at is probably going to be doing as well. Long term, I actually do think that this one does survive and does trade to the upside. But in the short term, is there anything to be excited about here? No. This one's hanging on for dear life. Probably even gives another test to the downside. Somewhere down around there. I would be expecting another bounce as well. And then once you see this one trade back above your $1.30 highs from May, yeah, very likely does have another run towards those prior highs and probably new all-time highs. But it can stay here for quite some time. This is a daily time frame after all. Weekly time frame, a little bit more concerning here, to be fair. Is that a major top? I don't think so just yet, but really don't want to see this one break down again anywhere below your May lows, like 85 cents, especially on a closing basis. Big fucking problems. This one gets absolutely wrecked after that, I suspect. Useed says, been watching since your Chicago ground beef and water chugging days. Yeah, man, I actually miss that. I do miss that, man. But which time in Chicago? I've been in Chicago a couple times. I actually started this channel when I was in Chicago. Then I came back to Chicago in 2019 for a few months. And then left again. Well USD on the weekly and daily. Okay, let's see. Sounds, but not wells, but well. No. There doesn't seem to be. I see when. Oh, no, sorry, I missed an L there. Moonwell. Moonwell. Great name. Definitely legit. 100%. Sign me up exactly now. And to be fair, now that I actually look at the chart, it does have an uptrend. It's hard to like immediately hate, sure. It has a great name though. Kind of the same thing as the last chart or the last couple charts we looked at. Again, just trading in this range here. I expect that this range continues on. It's definitely stronger than the last chart we looked at as well. But can't really get excited about it until you start closing above about 4.5 cents at that point. Yeah, send it back to the prior highs. I would be more biased towards short-term downside here with stochastic momentum coming to the downside and rejection off the top side of the range. But, you know, same shit as the one that we saw before. Hopefully gets a higher low and then tries again to the upside, something like that. Would look good. And then the weekly, as you asked for, yeah, I do think that this one does survive. Like it is putting in a base here. In fact, we're even going to see weekly momentum turn to the upside. So overall, next higher low is likely a major opportunity. UC, it says near versus Ethereum. Okay, so we have a shitcoin versus a shitcoin. Let's see what happens when you get two shits in a bowl. It's called a toilet and it's bad. It goes down, man. It goes down. It continues to go down. This to me looks like a macro lower high right here. I'm sure if we go to a monthly, yeah. I'd be looking for this one. Look, there's going to be bounces along the way. Might even bounce from here. Might even do one of these, but this one very likely is going to do something like that. Terrible long term. I don't think that you're ever going to see this thing have like a full-on reversal. To be honest with you, I think it's all just macro lower highs the whole way through. And this was the next one. I mean, weekly and monthly are turning down at the same time. Like this is not a good sign on a lower high. Very not good sign. Coffee Please says GPU daily weekly please. Okay, daily weekly please. Can I have your order please? Fuck! The worst chart of the day award goes to GPU daily. What are you looking at on the daily here? Well, I entered at 7 cents, okay? And oh god, okay. It's down like 99.98%. What do I do? Should I buy? Fuck! How to make the rules.
What do you do?
It's the wrong one, dude. Well, let's go see what else we can find here. Oh, it's so much better. Wow. This one has only just started to go down. The other one's already all the way down. Crazy. Holy shit. I found the next big moon on the inverse chart. Bullish as fuck. Not bullish as fuck. I expect that you're going to see this chart do what we saw in the last chart. Doesn't look good. Barely trades. The only reason why this one isn't down more is because it hasn't traded for longer. Polonix, is that exchange still active? I guess so. I think they're still rocking and rolling. These are the only two places that I can find for this one. I can look at... No, that's GPT. I can look at this thing. Who knows what the hell this thing is. If this is even right. GPU versus Tether on BSC. It's like... I think we forgot a couple acronyms there. Narnar says, "Show me silver." What? Is it show me silver? What is it? XAG or XAU? XAG. It's going to 340 easy. If it's not going to do that, I'll be really mad. Well, it's definitely going there. So start spending all that money. Just take it on a credit cards, actually. In fact, that's the best way to do it. Silver, I actually do think it's going to go up here. Is it going to go to 340? Do you mean $34? Maybe $34. I actually do think it probably does go to $34. If you mean 340, there might be some more manipulation. It's because these fucking gold bug, silver bug, amazing intellectual beings always believe that the manipulation is what's stopping their pet rock from going up. $34, yeah. 340, maybe not. Short term probably comes down here a little bit, but I'd be looking for higher lows. Life is neither rich nor... Shut up. Bless you, sir. You only get so many chances to do that. Nisha, or is it Nishant Ibrahim? Life is neither rich nor abundant. It's broken, man. What? It's broken. Who's broken? Have you not been watching Healing in Abundance, man? Meditation Genius? Yeah. Have you? You just don't have the right mindset. Fucking idiot. This guy doesn't have the right mindset. That's right. The kids in Africa, they're starving because they haven't learned abundance mindset. And they haven't taken my abundance course. Like, fucking morons. They didn't buy my crystals, idiots. Crystals are sold out, to be fair. And I don't know if they ship to Africa, so. Anyways, Nick A says, 5-day tether dominance chart, bearish or bullish. This would actually be a really cool one to look at. Let's see. Really good question, actually. Okay. Is it bullish or bearish? It's bullish. It's putting in a range here. I do think it is putting in a low, and it actually does and it likely does work its way up, but it can hang within this range for a while. Well, hold on. I might retract that statement and say down. No. When I see the weekly and the monthly against each other, in this case, the monthly up and the weekly about to be down, or very likely to be down, I should say. I don't want to go against that. I'd probably be looking for range plays until both of those align, something like this. I would be more inclined, though, to say that it likely does try to the upside from here, but after a bit of a reset on the weekly, which obviously would imply downside price action or at least downside pressure. Let's see. Yeah, this one put in the lows in early to mid-March. And that's when Bitcoin put in its highs. I mean, that has been pretty consistent. It really started the bulk of this downtrend from September of 2023. Okay, that's when the majority of this upside move has happened, obviously. Between beginning of 2023, where Bitcoin put in its lows, and this one, traded mostly sideways. So I expect it's sideways for a while. I do expect sideways for a while, but this is actually probably one of the more concerning things that I look at for Bitcoin long term. Anyways, thanks for the harsh words. My wealth just doubled. No problem, man. Contact me for all of your manifestation needs. All right, I'm at the bottom of the comments, or actually no, Elsa missed one. I missed one. Graph. Graffiti Daily. Okay, let's see. Not looking good for on TradingView, man. Okay, it's versus Ethereum apparently. So let's see. Really good versus Ethereum. Really, really good. Problem is when you get these super new things, it's really difficult to judge. Short term down, but I'd be looking at I'd be looking at this one trying to put in a higher low somewhere around here, and then try another upside move from there. Maybe again, this thing's been around for a month. Yeah, about a month. So hard to really get too much into. Could you check out Turbo on the daily, weekly? Sure. Turbo. All right. Turbo crypto, man. Weird one here. What time frame were you on? Daily, weekly, higher term time frames, not the 4 hour. Well, no, sorry, not a weird one. This one's an uptrend. That makes things a lot more easy. Let's see what the weekly looks like as well. Do you have a swing high here in progress? Maybe yes. If you do, I'd look at any sort of a pullback around these levels to at least be a bounce and probably try for a higher low. Respect the trend until the trend tells you otherwise. So I'd be looking at pullbacks down to these regions as opportunities for maybe another try to the upside. But I do think that the current run to the upside is, I mean, at the very least, it's consolidating for a while. And I do think that it probably gets a real try to the downside there. And that'll be the next opportunity. Near USD on the daily weekly. I think we looked at, oh no, you looked at it versus another shitcoin. I think it was like Ethereum or something, but just versus the dollar, down weekly, down. I really don't like this right here. Again, just another 2021 shitcoin that has failed to get anywhere near its prior all-time highs. Not a good sign. Short term, I do think that this one comes down. How far does it come down? I think it could very easily come back down between like 475 to like, what is it? 5.5 to like 475. And I think the Hopium is that it sets in like a strong low there, but I would not be so confident on that. I actually do think that this one's found like a high for a long time, honestly. What are you going on about? Okay. Short term down, give it a chance to bounce. Assuming the bounce fails to reclaim basically your May highs, like 840. I think that this actually might be a macro high right here. Very possible. Very, very possible. I'm not a fan of these 2021 shitcoins that have not gotten anywhere near their prior all-time high. Again, this is on log scale here. Its prior all-time high is, $21. It's currently trading at 6.5. Hard to love, man. Would need a very, very strong, broad market to bring this thing up. Next move very likely down. Hopium is that next move sets in like a major low and reclaims those highs, but I don't think that's what's happening, to be honest with you. All right. Let's see. I see Tron Jeremy, but no message given. All right, and I think we're actually at the bottom of these chats now, and we're about an hour in here as well. I'll read through some of the regular chats, and then which one? I literally am doing that right now. Pay attention, Elsa. Dr. J, aka Jaco, another OG of this cave. Are fundamentals important? Okay, are fundamentals important? This is a great question, actually. Are fundamentals important? If you are a long-term investor, like a real long-term investor, like you're talking years, yeah, sure, they're important. Like you don't want to be trading actual fucking vaporware. Because as you see, most things, especially in the crypto market, exercise long-term downtrends rather than long-term uptrends. So, theoretically, the better fundamental ones are suited towards those long-term uptrends. But on a day-to-day trading basis, like if you're just day trading in and out, do fundamentals matter that much? Less so, in my opinion. The reason why is because do you really care about a price earnings ratio or an earnings report? If you're day trading something on like a 5-minute, probably not. Probably not going to matter all that much. Now, do most cryptos even have those metrics available? Do they even have earnings? Do they even have a working product? No, which means that they have bad fundamentals. It's actually a really, really good question, because intuitively we think that fundamentals, matter more than anything else. If you're an investor long term, sure. If you're short term trading, not so much, or a lot less so, I'd say. Tron Jeremy has left another one, but no message. Have a message, man. Oh, there is a message. Okay, Floki USD. Okay, this one's gonna be fucking great. Actually, surprisingly good. Surprisingly really good. In fact, one of the better ones we've seen this morning. Yes, it did just put in a nice little high right here. Yes, it very likely does come down from this high, but I think that this is gonna be an opportunity for another higher low. Probably comes somewhere between whatever the hell these numbers are right here. Somewhere in this pocket, I'd be looking for a higher low, but yeah, short-term down, give it a chance, put in a low right there, and then maybe run it back up later. What does a monthly look like? Yeah, monthly's hard to hit as well. Long-term, probably is another try to the upside, but also long-term, I think that you're very, very close to to like the next new all-time high, like meaning that cycle highs are probably not so far away on this one. I don't think there's much more juice left in this one long term. Nisha is back. He's looking at DOT, please. DOT USD. Okay. We just do terrible. Just god awful. Very, very bad. Worse and bad. Look, again, you can apply this statement to anything from 2021 or prior cycles. If you are nowhere near, if you're nowhere near your prior all-time high from a prior market cycle, very fucking bad long-term. Very fucking bad long-term. Monthly stochastic momentum is turning to the downside, rejecting the bullish control zone on a lower high, on a macro lower high. Your first, by the way, macro lower high in the monthly since the all-time highs. That's how bad things are. Weekly probably comes down here. I'd be looking for it to come closer to like $4.50. Maybe tries for a low there. Do not confuse trying with a low for the low ever, because this thing will, I think this thing will never get anywhere near its prior all-time high ever again. It's trading at $6.50. It was prior highs like $45. Terrible, just fucking god awful, man. The worst. Joshua Burke says ALPH. Okay, ALPH. All right. Let's see what we got here. Seems like a new one. Weekly. I don't know when I charted this one last. I have no fucking clue, but bouncing off of the magical lines for now. I'd actually give it a chance, a chance here. Look, as long as it's above 144.5, you can make arguments for it, that this is the next major low incoming. We do see that weekly stochastic momentum is about to cross back onto the upside. After bouncing off that region, that's probably a good sign for this one to bounce back up. I think, however, it's going to be filling out this range for a while. So that's not bad long term. Only bad long term if you actually do break down below that 145 low. Okay, I see a few more over here. All right, I see CAS USD weekly. Okay, and daily. Okay, CAS USD. Let's see. CASPA weekly and daily. One of the better ones we've seen. Certainly one of the better ones we've seen today. Again, long term only goes up, which is exactly what I want to see. What are you doing? Are you gonna get the package? Get the package. Do it. Elsa needs to get the package, but she's being scared. She's very Finnish. Elsa's like way too scared to answer the door. It's like, probably. It's probably the one that I ordered for you. Your medicines, Mrs. Derp. Weekly stochastic momentum to the upside, actually about to reclaim that moving average on it too, on a higher low, on a long-term uptrend. I mean, this is good. Go down here to a daily. Do I think short-term it's going to move to the upside? No, I think short-term it does move to the downside, as I think most things in this market are going to be doing. It probably tries for a higher low somewhere around here if I had to guess. But yeah, long-term good as long as it's above about basically 10 cents, 9.5, 10 cents, something like that. Okay. We got AVAX and then PP, and then I think we're gonna start shut down this stream. AVAX. Is it from the pharmacy?
No, it's for me.
It's for you?
Yes, but I forgot what I ordered.
The fuck is wrong with you? Okay, Avalanche. All right, Avalanche. Again, another 2021 shitcoin, nowhere near its prior all-time high. Not fucking good. Looks like the LARP lines are playing out well here. Got that move to the upside, coming back down now. So let's well, it's actually kind of the same chart to be fair. Bottom barrier, top barrier. I don't like these charts from 2021 are just fucking awful, man. They're bad. They're really fucking bad. Does it have another bounce attempt off of like $30? Maybe yes. Maybe another few. It can trade sideways here for a while. Long term, I expect that this one does break down, and you do see it back down below $20 or around $20. Yeah, man. Not these 20. Look, if you're in a 2021 shitcoin and it's nowhere near its prior all-time high, it's bad. It's bad. There's no excuse ever. Everything else in this market went to new all-time highs. All the strong ones made new all-time highs. All right. Big Bull says PP daily weekly. Sure, man. PP USD. Let's see. All right, PP. What do we have here? Monthly looks like it still could be going. Weekly, short-term high. Daily, short-term high. Probably comes back down, tries for a higher low. I would guess somewhere around these regions, somewhere around here. And I'd like to see it bounce around that region. But if you're on a weekly, like, now this one does have a pretty strong high in here. That's the problem. Monthly, I could maybe make an excuse for, but daily, 5-day, weekly, all looking down. You know, any sort of short-term bounce likely does get stifled. But if you are going to get a higher low, I'd be looking for it somewhere around here. And I'd want to see a really, really strong bounce around these regions here. Anyways, okay, maybe last one here. STX daily, weekly, token Tolkien. Hey, that's a great name, actually. Token Tolkien. I'm a humongous Tolkien fan myself. STX. Okay, STX USD. Guess we go to Binance for this one. Okay, I don't recall charting this one, but I guess we have. Okay, what time frames? Daily, weekly. Okay, daily very likely comes back down here. How far down does it come? Probably back down to $2 or so. I would give it a chance to put in a higher low above 170 though. So that would be more the long term for me. However, long term, hard to get excited about it. As long as it's below, you know, about $3.50, which is basically all-time highs. I mean, it's not a bad chart long term. Just short term, I do think it comes down a bit. But I'd be on higher low watch. If that area does fail that we just spoke about, I'd be looking further south, somewhere around like 140 to 1.25. Yeah, not actually, like not bad long term. It's just I do think it's found a high here. So next move down. Symbol HEH says PAI daily. Okay, all right, maybe the last one. Okay. All right, PAI daily, not on TradingView, unless if this is a real stock, in which you're talking about Western Asset Advantage. Probably not that one. Let me try this. Try the old, it's probably one of these. Purple AI versus Ethereum. Okay, it's gonna be great. Barely trades, been around for, what the fuck? No, this can't be right. Yeah, this can't be right. It doesn't trade anymore. Literally doesn't trade anymore. Maybe this one over here. This one trades, also bad, very, very bad. I think you got scammed. No, you didn't get scammed. You just bought a terrible asset. Hey, I got scammed. It rugged me. It's like, no, you bought a literal shitcoin, actually. You bought a literal piece of shit and you didn't realize it. Bad, man. Just bad. There's no analysis being done on something that's terrible like this. It's going to continue to go long-term down. There will be bounces along the way. The only way that I change my mind on this thing ever is if you trade back above the highs from May. Unlikely. But if that did happen, I'd change my mind. Anytime you see something like this, man, this is like the dying swan pattern. All right, we'll do a couple of, we'll do one for Nimbo as well. We'll look at gold because I know he loves his golds. And then we'll call it a day. Gold, putting in a bit of a rejection there. And on the weekly. I'm inclined to say gold comes down here. I don't know what time frames you're looking at on gold, but I'm suspecting higher term time frames, and I think this one comes back down to low 2000s, like 2100 ish. I mean that is a local high in there. Daily probably comes down sooner rather than later. I'd give it a chance of like 2100 or 2150, but short term down, see what happens after that. I'm curious what like quarterly looks like a very high term time frame. Long term still kind of hard to hate it. Let me see what a 6 months looks like, because that one's gonna be closing relatively soon as well. Yeah, hard to hate it still long term, but I do think it comes down short term. We actually looked at JUP earlier. I'll do just one quick little one here. It's a range play. I do think it comes down and maybe tests back around the bottom side of the range, but this one I actually do think will probably survive. You know, probably does bounce off that or put in a higher low and then work its way back upwards from there. But you know, long term, it's hard to get excited about anything as long as you're below these May highs. Above the May highs, yeah, sure, send it back to the prior all-time highs and probably beyond. But until that happens, sideways is the name of the game. And obviously if this one does start to close below like 86, 85 cents, big problems. And short term, it very likely does test to the downside. So, you know, if that were to occur during that period, I mean, it's going to unravel most of this rally. So I think that's a good place for me to be leaving off on this particular video. Do you recommend coffee trading? Do I recommend coffee trading? I mean, I recommend coffee if you like coffee, man. How about that? I don't know. For me, coffee makes me a little bit too aggressive when it comes to trading, but at the same time, my bot does all my trades, so I don't really care about that anymore. When I was actually doing things like myself, yeah, I could definitely feel sometimes it made a difference, but Krown, make Bitcoin go up. All right, man, I'll make some bullish videos on Bitcoin, and then it's just gonna go up. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing. Do you recommend copy trading in your podcast? What did you like Google translation to English? Do you recommend the copy trading in your podcast? What fucking podcast? Do I recommend copy trading? I don't know. It seems like one of those things that's too good to be true to me. I wouldn't do it myself, but that's because I have my own strategies and I don't want to trade someone else's strategies. Like I don't care. Coffee is like Viagra for me. Yeah, it can have that effect, especially if you inject it into your penis veins, but it's not really like a endorsed method. Joshua Jimenez says, Modesto, California. What's up, man? I didn't grow up around Modesto, but I did grow up in California. I do feel bad for you for growing up in Modesto, however, sir. It's a very, very boring area. It's a very boring area. I boof my caffeine. Yeah, man. Just put it into a beer bong, but put the bong end up your asshole, and it'll get you 10 times more the potency. Actually, it's crazy, man. Super crazy. I actually am curious to look at NVIDIA, so we'll end on this one. NVIDIA. It is just fun to kind of shoot the shit and talk around, but NVIDIA right here. Let's see. Is the game still on? This one's like, I haven't said this before, so I haven't been calling tops on NVIDIA the whole way up, like I think a lot of people have, but this one's really close to a top. I don't think it's there just yet, but it's really fucking close. Holy shit. That is a crazy chart. But I think it's still got some more. I don't think it's putting the all-time highs just yet. All right. I think idea for when the next live stream, says Lee Listman. To be honest, man, I've been really bad about being consistent with a specific day. I try to do it on my off days from the gym, which is every third day. So I really want to set in a date, but I need to figure out a few other things first on the other end. But I want to at least be doing like 1 or 2 a week, and maybe just shorter, maybe just a little bit shorter. Like this one right now, we've been here for about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 12 minutes. Happy birthday, Orange Julius, even if it's not your birthday. But yeah, we'll maybe come back like Wednesday. Days that I get a massage on, that would be good, just because those are typically like, less. Wednesday is what?
I have ballet on Wednesday.
Okay, well, you go to ballet. It's fine. We just do a short stream, sir. Short, easy stream. JK, I lied. It's my brother's birthday, not mine. Oh, man, you got me. How could you? How could you do this to me? Embarrass me on the interwebs? You bastard. Short streams are cool. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about like more frequent but shorter streams. When gaming stream, I actually really do want to do gaming streams, but right now when we're in Helsinki, it's not ideal just because of where I have my computer set up here. In Dubai, it actually will be ideal. Bitcoin dominance 1 hour videos is crazy. I can only inundate myself with boredom for so long. Bitcoin dominance, I don't care that much about it, to be honest. But more power to the people who absolutely love it. What else did I read here? There was another good one. Banana Man says, I'm thinking the cycle is over, man. I don't think it is, but yeah, well, no, I don't think it is, so I don't really have anything else to add to that statement. Yeah. But I have had that thought in the past. What's up, bro? This is Josh from CB. I edited your course. Awesome, man. Guys, this course will change your life. Well, that's really good to hear. Cool, man. Well, good to meet you, I guess. kind of. Glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm really excited to see what you guys actually did to all of the production and everything, because from what Zhao sent me, which is just like a couple clips, I think, just a couple minutes long. It looked really fucking cool. Like there was infographics and animations and GIFs and shit. It just looked fucking sweet, man. It looked super sweet. Can't wait for your course on banter. Yeah, man, it's I'm really excited to see how it goes. It's how much is a course? It's free. It's actually free. You do have to sign up with an exchange account. That's kind of like the got you there. But at the same time, I think that's probably the most appealing way to do it. It's like, look, you don't have to pay us anything, but you just have to have an account on exchange. So it's like that's how they want the revenue model to be. I think that's a pretty fair proposition, honestly. It's like, it's your money. You get to do with it whatever you want. Assuming all goes well, you should be making money from that. Is what you really should be doing. But at the end of the day, you're going to be the person in charge of that. Matthew Sneed says, looking forward to the course. Yeah, man, me too. It starts officially in like 16 days, I think, 16 or 17 days. And then we'll actually do a live stream, for that every week. Cause there'll be like different groups and whatnot that go through it. So it'll be like a 4-week long affair. And then I think it's Thursday, we'll do a live stream, like just for the people who are on that. And we'll see how it goes. Jerkosh says, have you dove into Forex? Have I traded Forex? Yeah, I have traded Forex in the past. I actually do like it. I think it trades rather technically. I'm just more familiar with crypto at this point, so I focus mostly on that. But yeah, the program with Banter is just, it basically just goes over my philosophy of price action and then how you can essentially create your own system, using mine as a bit of a sample, but ultimately you want to iterate off of it, make it your own, because that is the purpose of it. I mean, if everyone traded the same exact fucking thing, like obviously that's gonna make it a lot less optimal. So at the end of the day, you want to evolve into your own thing, which you naturally will as you get more, comfortable with these sort of things. Smart move towards community building. Yeah, I was looking at my channel analytics and everything, and it's like, what we're doing right now, it's like, it's good, but definitely falling off the wayside. So I want to get more into that, because I also need more shit for me to do. Like I was sitting on my couch yesterday, because yesterday I took like a complete off day. I mean, I still made a video in the morning, obviously, but I took a complete off day, like no gym, no extra working, no nothing. And I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And what I thought I wanted to do was like, trading, I just have my bot do it. Like, honestly, there's a big drawback of having automated trading, because then you used to have something to do all the time and now you don't. I mean, you do still have things to do with it, obviously, yes, but it's a different thing. You're really only checking in, like, really only makes sense to check in like once every few days, once every week, maybe, depending upon what time frame you're trading. So like, what do I want to do? Well, if I already have that settled and I already have these things settled over here, like, might as well just go deep into YouTube and start trying to start trying to pump that out. At least it gives me something to do and something to work at, and it gives you a very clearly delineated way to find out if you're succeeding at that. Like, you see your numbers go up. If they go up, okay, it's like a fun game to play. I mean, that's really all that anything is in life. It's just a fucking game. It's just a fucking game, and that's why games are so fun. It's because they give you this little challenge, and a lot of the time we just don't have a challenge. It's why World of Warcraft is so fucking addicting. Like, I got so addicted to that when I was a 15 or 16-year-old. I think I played that. I don't even want to know how much I played that during that time. I just wasted the time away. But because they just continually give you like the little carrot on the stick, like 1 inch further. Hey, just go over here, complete this quest. You'll get a little bit more. You can level up a little bit more. Get a little bit stronger. All these sort of things. Like, that's all life really is. So it's like, when you get too bored, you start to think, what can I be doing? Anyways, learn an instrument. I could do that. I've been learning boxing recently, so that's pretty fun. That's kind of like my more physical endeavor that I like to focus on. But yeah. Okay, that's where we're going to leave off on today's video. It's been a fun little chat here. Again, let me know in the comments after this video, like, how you liked, a bit of a shorter stream. I think that's something that I could be more consistent with. And I think it'd also be fun as well. And I think that's where this channel actually probably does some of the best stuff. So, cool. I will end things right there. As always, I wish you the best of the best. Elsa's waving to you in the background because she loves you. Thank you to all of our lovely moderators for joining on in. Remco, good morning to you as well. Mr. Matthew Seed, goodbye. And everyone else, goodbye as well. Take care and much love.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it, sell it, ditch it, fix or pitch it, copy, paste it, nudge it, test it, build it, try it, bend it, fork it, hype it, pump it, dump it, rinse, repeat, but quick relocate. Pause it, list it, send it, burn it, pump it, hack it, quick rename it, take it, take it, lend it, send it, swell it, sell it, flip, unflip it, see it, watch it, learn it, know it, post it, tweet it, and repeat it, chart it, long it, short it, hedge it, post prediction, quick erase it, watch it, leave it, watch it, leave it, check it, click it, and refresh it, find it, drop it, crack it, lose it, curse it, pay it, to it, pay it, bar it, chart it, hide it, fight it, feel it, seal it, and unlock it, back it, send it, change it, lend it, mine it, find it, how it, test it, praise it, curse it, trash it, hash it, scroll it, troll it, and upgrade it, take it, take it, lend it, send it, swell it, sell it, flip, unflip it, see it, watch it, learn it, know it, post it, tweet it, and repeat it, chart it, long it, short it, hedge it, post prediction, quick erase it, watch it, leave it, watch it, leave it, check it, click it, and refresh it, write it, code it, name it, read it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it.